Well, hi everybody. This is Angelo Quinones and YHWH Ministries. Ministries is designed to give you answers that come straight, dependable and accurate answers that come straight from God's holy and power of the Bible. Now we're looking at the topic of Jehovah sending Jehovah, Zechariah chapter 2, verses 8 and 9. And in some Hebrew texts, like this app, well, not this particular app, I guess, but this Greek Septuagint, it has it in verses 8 and 9. But in some Hebrew texts, is actually, you have to tell the witnesses that account of Jehovah sending Jehovah is actually found in verses 12 and 13 of Zechariah chapter 2. Now, I'm in the Greek Septuagint. Now, we looked at the Paleo Hebrew version of that text. We looked at the Babylonian script style, which is called Hebrew today. It's not, but it's called Hebrew today. We looked at that. We looked at the English, the NASB, and we saw that it's indisputable, without controversy. I may add a phrase from Paul, okay, that there's no controversy that Jehovah sent Jehovah. Okay, he says, Shalachani in the Hebrew. He has sent me. And we're going to see over here is apostal keme. You understand what I'm saying? Has he sent me? Okay, you understand what I mean? So that's just the deal. Now let's read this from the Greek Septuagint. It says over here, diati idu ego. It says over here. Now let me see. Is this the thing where, let me see. No, this is it right here. I'm sorry about that. Verse 12. Okay, diati tade lege. See, lege, that's where I knew that I was in the wrong verse. Diati tade lege, which is third person. Okay, lege, kurios, there's a third person ending. Okay, after the leg verb tense stem. Okay, diati tade lege kurios pantokrator. Okay, and it says apiso, okay, daxes, and then it says over here apestalken, and I believe that's in the perfect tense. Apestalken, the cap on the epsilon, I think, is pointing that out. Me, and that's an accusative. Okay, we'll see that. Epita, okay, epita ethne, that's nations. Okay, ta. Okay, skulusanta. Then humas. Diati ha let me see, aptamenas. Humon is in the plural genitive. Okay, aptamenas tes cares. Okay, tu aftalmu. And auto, that's in the genitive. And diata idu ego epifero attain kera mu ep, that's in the elision over there. Autus, that's in the plural accusative. Kai hesantai skula tois. And then dulu usen autois kai genosesthe diati kurias pantokrator apostol ken me. Now let's check out some of this. Okay. Now it begins over here. Diati tade lege. Okay, kurias. This is very important. So let me pick out the important theme here. Lege means says. It's from the Lego paradigm. Lego, leges, lege. This is lege from that paradigm. Okay? And so the thing is, this means says in the third person. So Zechariah is saying that the Lord says something. So that's why it's third person. Lege, epsilon and iota are pointing out the personal ending here that is third person. The leg part of this word is the stem. It's the stem of the word. Am I finished already? I can't believe that. That's impossible, right? It's only 4 minutes. Okay, this thing is going crazy. So the thing is, leg is the stem. Okay? It's a verb stem. the epsilon iota, okay, is the personal ending tagged after the stem. So you have the stem, and then you have the personal ending. Leg is the stem. Lambda, epsilon with the acute, gamma, leg. Okay, leg, and then is the personal ending right after the verb stem. Lege. Okay. For thus says who? Kurios. Okay, Kurios. Now, this is translating, okay, Yahweh. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, or Wow. Hey. You understand what I'm saying? Kurios, okay, is translating that. So the Greek, the translators of the Hebrew, okay, the Septuagint translators chose Kurios to translate the Tetragrammaton, okay. Kurios, spelled out kappa, upsilon with the acute, so it's cool, not cool. And then ro, it looks like a P, but it's not a P. It's an R. Okay, you know, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at the fourth word. Now remember, we're going to switch the tables now. We're going to read Greek from left to right. Left to right, just like English and just like Latin and just like French and just like Tagalog and Filipino and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Kurios, kappa, upsilon with the acute, so it's cool. And then rho, iota, omicron, final sigma. Kurios. Okay, that's translating the word Jehovah or Yahweh. Okay, now the Lord what? Well, there's an adjective. Okay, here is Pantakrator. Pantakrator. That's all powerful, almighty, actually, it says over here. This is the same word found in Revelation chapter 1, verse 8, where it describes Jesus as being almighty. Do not let the witnesses tell you that Jesus is not almighty. First of all, the Lord Almighty is found several times in Isaiah. Okay, all right, in chapters what? Chapters 9, 10, 18, so on. Dozens of times in Isaiah it says that the Lord is almighty. Well, guess what? Jehovah's Witnesses painted themselves into a corner because as they say that Jesus is the only Lord only. Okay, I don't agree with that. He is also called God. Well, let's play with the witnesses. So that means that you're bracketing God into being God exclusively, and that's it. So if you're playing the game that Jesus can't be God because he's the only Lord in 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 6, well, then you have to play the same game with God, the Father, and say, well, he cannot be Lord because he's only God. I don't agree with all that, but you're doing that. When you're just saying, bracketing the Son of God, you have to bracket God also. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And so when it says Shema Yisrael, the Lord your God is one Lord, okay, one Lord, okay, Yahweh Achad. I mean, that's enough for me to tell me that Jesus is Jehovah anyway. Logos is Jehovah, and he became Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? The God man. Okay, theanthropos. Not the anthropic, but theanthropos. But anyway, it says over here that the Lord was speaking here. Okay, but he's Pantokrator, he's the Almighty in verse 8 of Revelation. Okay, and also verse 8, okay, of really verse 8 of, it says verse 12 here. Now, since this is translating the Hebrew, it's going verse to verse, actually, right here. I should have thought of that to begin with. That actually verses 12 and 13 are the same as the verses 12 and 13 of the Masoretic text that we have nowadays. Okay? So just remember that the Greek Septuagint has it in verse 12 and 13. At least some of them do. And some Hebrew Bibles has it also in verses 12 and 13. So be careful that you don't get lost. You can't get lost because in our English text, this Jehovah saying Jehovah thing is found in verses 8 and 9 in our English text, though. That's the difficulty of it all. Now it says, it says over here, diati tade lege kurias pantakrator. Pantakrator means almighty. Okay, pan means all. Okay, or pant. Okay, and krator means mighty. So this is Almighty. This is the Almighty Jehovah. Now, it says, okay, here when you keep on reading on, apastal keme. What does that mean? Well, apastal keme means he has sent, and that's, I believe that's in the perfect tense because of the kappa and so on. And then me is from the ego paradigm, is in the accusative side of the paradigm. Ego mu moi me. This is me here in Greek. Okay, he has sent me. You understand? He has sent me. It says over here. Okay, after, piso, after glory, doxes, okay, doxes, after glory, and I believe that's in the genitive singular, doxes is in the genitive side of that paradigm for doxa. Apostel que me, he has sent me. Okay. Now, epi unto, right? Epi unto the, and that's a neuter article in the plural side of the paradigm. Okay, ethne, nations. Now, let's skip the rest. Let it go for the sake of time. Then let's go to verse 13, where it tells you who sent him. It tells you in verse 12 that the Lord was speaking. That's obvious. And it's the Tetragrammaton in Hebrew, Paleo, Babylonian style Hebrew if you want, but the Hebrew form of Babylonian script. Anyway, so it goes on to say in verse 13, diati idu ego, okay, epifero ten kera mu epi autus kai esantai skula. Okay, toys. Okay, dulusen. Toys. Now check this out. This is what I want to concentrate on right here. And Greek word kai is a mechanical connective, is a conjunctive, is copulative. You understand? Kappa, alpha, iota. And can you let me see? Can you translate this as let me see. Annual no. Conozco. Let me see. Conoceste. Then you will know. Okay, conoce. You have the word conozco here, right? To know. I know. But this is conoceste. Okay, and you will know. Okay, check this out. Diati, okay, kurios, that kurios, or the Lord kurios, pantokrator, that's the adjective modifying kurios, pantokrator, Almighty, apastal que me, hath sent me. Okay, so he says that the Lord has sent him. In verse 13. We have to be careful, okay? We're so used to verses 8 and 9 of chapter 2 of Zachariah. When it switched gears from verses 12 to 13 in the Hebrew texts and the Greek Septuagint, it's kind of tricky when you're teaching this. You have to be very careful. All right. So what's the deal? Well, the deal is, okay, let's go back to the English now. Now we looked at the Hebrew and the Greek. We looked at the Masoretic text copies, and we looked at the Paleo script, and we also looked at the Paleo Hebrew, and we looked at the Greek Septuagint. There's nothing else that we can see. Basically, that's going to change anything. Okay, the scriptures cannot be broken. You understand what I'm saying? Let's check it out. It says. For thus says the Lord of hosts. Okay, after glory he has sent me. Apostol que me. We saw in the Greek Septuagint. Shalachani in Hebrew. He has sent me against the nations, which plundered you. For he who touches you touches the apple of his eye. Now verse 9. For behold, I will wave my hand over them so that they will be plundered for their slaves. Then you will know, okay, that the Lord of hosts has sent me. That's all there is to it. Let's keep on reading. Sing for joy and be glad. This is a song. Sing for joy and be glad, O daughters of Zion, for behold, I am coming, and I will dwell in your midst, declares who? The Lord. Jehovah was going to dwell in the midst of his people. Thank you.